It's Tuesday. What's up, my homies?
What's up, guys?
My fellow pilots. Oh man, it's another Tuesday. Hopefully this week goes a lot better than it did last week. Last week I flew, and one day flew from Raleigh, North Carolina to Charlotte to PA to Chicago O'Hare. Talk about a shitstorm O'Hare was. Oh my god. They moved my flight from the terminal near my plane that I got off of, like all the way across the other side of the airport.
Hmm.
I had literally like 20 minutes because they board like 30 minutes beforehand, and I was literally like running across the airport, like white guy like running. I'm like,
Looking like O.J. Simpson sprinting through the airport.
dude. It made me realize like how out of shape I am, even though I'm tall and lanky. It's like, I had to run. It's like I guess I need to go commit some crime and try to run from the cops. That's forced exercising.
Damn.
But it was cool, man. I had got a picture. I ain't got them on off my phone yet. But like we were taxiing back, and you see like 7 lights, and every single light in the air is a plane coming into land.
Dang.
That was pretty sweet.
It's a lot of planes, man.
Oh yeah, and like when you left, they don't do this whole like we're going to get the altitude kind of graceful. No, it's like we got enough airspeed and we go up, like yank and bank hard.
Damn.
One of my friends, he flew out of there yesterday. And he made a post. He's an older guy. And he goes, "Man, this is the most vertical I've ever had in an airplane." Blah 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 blah. And I sent him that picture of the 7 planes coming in to land. Oh look, there's Donny Boy. Oh, that's Glock 23 Northerner.
Huh.
He's a special fella, as we say in the South. Bless your heart. No, that's my boy.
Damn. So how is everybody this week? What's going on with you guys? Anybody flying the MiG-29? I'm still waiting on servos, man. Mine were supposed to be here today. And, of course, our wonderful United States Postal Service, there's a delay. And hopefully they'll be here tomorrow. Waiting on the Guniac fiery booty to get here so I can get everything buttoned up on this thing, man. I'm ready to fly this jewel. But the weather's been crap here. We've had a lot of wind all weekend long. I don't know about you guys where you are, but it's been a lot of wind here, guys. Not good for flying. We worked on planes, me and my buddy Brian, all day Saturday for the most part, and just did stuff like that. So yeah, George, you're still waiting on yours too, man. You gotta love that postal service, buddy. I get it, man.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people who've been flying the MiG, just not doing a lot of yanking banking, of course.
Yeah.
I didn't know. So did yours? The elevator's control horns, were they like cut at all?
No, I don't think they were cut. I mean, what do you mean by cut? I mean,
like the control horn is like cut, like shorter than it normally is.
No, mine look like typical factory servo horns.
Well, apparently Freewing's cutting them, so you can't put it like in the third hole.
Huh.
The control lane, which I mean, hey, it makes it poke yoke, right? Makes it stupid simple.
Yeah.
But Andrew Fly Guy, he's had like 17 flights on his, no issues. But again, he's not putting a lot of stress on the elevator. I think the servos do good as long as you're not, going level flight and then just pulling hard as you can on the elevator, right?
Yeah.
They'll live. Yeah, like so Scotty, he's saying his new ones are cut.
Huh. Yeah, I didn't know mine were like rounded and looked good on the ends from what I could tell. Looked like a typical factory servo.
Right. So it must be just the new ones. So have you put together the F-14 and put it back in the box yet? A few times?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
Because I was actually excited to get this damn MiG put together, and
I see how it is.
You got
a hard on for the F-14, but as soon as the MiG shows up, you're like, Squirrel.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to do but one project at a time, man. I mean, and the MiG, I thought was a done deal until I all of a sudden got an email and a phone call from Motion saying, hey, we're sending out new servos. So that kind of scratched that and put it on halt.
Oh, so they did call you. Wow.
Yeah, and also, I'm waiting on Ray to get the fiery booties so I can get it all done at one time, man. I don't like taking stuff apart, putting it back together, taking it apart again. If I do it, I want to do it right. And you know me, I've done a couple of mods to this MiG myself with a couple of different things. I'll probably do a video on before I'm ready to fly it just to show it. Nothing huge, but it's just something I came up with that I like. But yeah, I mean, I just try to get this done, and because I'm kind of that OCD that way. I get my mind on something, I get focused on it. I want to get it done. I don't like working on 2 or 3 things at one time because then I'm going, okay, well, what was I doing over here? And okay, what was I doing here? So yes,
man, I'm the same way.
Yeah. So on my MiG, I'm trying to get all my wires neat and tidy and everything looking nice with the receiver. I want it to look good. Take the hatch off. It's going to look good one time. And if something goes awry, well, hey, it looked good going into the air is kind of how I look at it. What's up, Mr. Jackson, RC Aviation? How are you, buddy? Hope you're doing well. But no, I want to get started on this F-14. Matter of fact, the parts are still laid out on the bench here. I was, like I said, I wanted to get the MiG off the dining room table so I could actually start working on the F-14 and get with you. I got to get my servos for that, which I think, I think you said you had one. And then there was the wheels. I got to get the wheels from the Super Scorpion. I've got the BEC. It's in. Got your parts in. So, yeah, I mean, it's ready to go, man. I'm ready to get it done. Definitely want to fly.
Put it together, man. I mean, like the wheels. That's just a set screw.
Yeah.
You've got the elevator servos.
No, I don't have those. You said you had one of the reverse.
No, I've got the. If you go with the digital ones, you've got to hook it up to like a little controller. So that hooks up to your computer because that's the cheaper one, and you can you reverse it that way. So that's just a way to reverse it. What's his name? Brendan did a video on it. If you buy the more expensive server controller from Hitech, you just plug it in and you can do it right there versus having to hook it up.
Yeah, I saw that, and I thought about ordering one, man, but I thought you had said you had a reverse gear servo, so that's why I hadn't thing on that yet.
No, you just gotta get that piece that's you can get off of Amazon. It's pretty.
You talking about a reverser?
Yeah, it's just a programmer for the digital.
Yeah, you know me, man. Look, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna order that Hitech deal. If I'm gonna reverse the servo, I'm gonna be like what Brandon did. I'm gonna go ahead and order that. The whole 9 yards.
Yeah, because that one he's got, I think it's like $80.
Yeah, I know, but
that was like $20. But I mean, they're both Hitech. It's just they're just there to appeal to both audience, right? People don't mind spending the money. The people like me are like $80 for something I'm gonna use once.
Well, that's the thing. I probably won't use it but once. But if I do need to use it or a friend needs it, I got it. You might need it at some point. Somebody at the field might need to reverse something. I don't know. I'd rather have than have not, I guess. But yeah, so I got to get that. I got to get that ordered.
Yeah. Well, because they don't make because the digital 85 MGs. They also have the analog, which is I think it's the 8S. Excuse me, HS. Hotel. Yeah, Dave Snyder said it. HS 85s. The issue though with those is I don't think you can reverse them. I think you actually have to take the damn thing apart and reverse or switch 2 of the wires on the pot to make it reverse. I could be wrong, but
yeah, I ain't doing all that either.
me either, because I know me over like first 3 flights hey, this works good. I did it good. And then like the fourth flight,
yeah, no,
we'll like the Hindenburg.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. No, I was telling guys, I was telling Dustin, my wife, man, she loves to go into different stores, thrift stores, places like that, looking, because you never know what they got. So, she got me the awesome find the other day, guys, and when I got home, she had waited to share it with me and was very excited. And I want to build a display case for it, because I do woodworking and everything, but. I'll show you guys just real quickly. First, I'll show you this first. She bought me a whole huge Ziploc bag full of like Matchbox airplanes. Now, you got to understand, these are older. These are not even Matchbox. They're a different company. But this one right here, guys, this is an F-14. And as you can see, that is freaking awesome. I was like just thrilled to have these. But I've got everything in here from, gosh, you name it. I mean, several of these planes here. It's got several of those in there. There's actually a GB. Anyone y'all know? Let's see. Gosh, I mean, let me get the camera over here, man. Guys, this will blow your mind. It blew my mind. All of these things. I mean, look at this whole box of airplanes. And I mean, I've got them kind of separate here. I got all the bi-wing planes, all these different ones down in here. And then there are just all kinds of jets. Check out the Canards. We got an F4, F-16, A4, F-18. These are not F-14s, but they do have sweeping wings on these guys. That one and this one does as well. And then there's a whole fleet of airliners down in there. Look and check out the A-10. Is that not sweet right there, guys? I mean,
that's awesome.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
I was like, awesome, man. I mean, and just this Concorde alone right here, guys, on eBay is going for like $25. And I think she got this whole bag of airplanes for me for like $8 wherever she bought it. So incredible deal. Glad to have them. Like I said, we just got awesome stuff in here. There's another F4. Oh yeah, we got a C-130. I think that's what that is. Check that out. Is that not awesome? So yeah, she did great with that one, man. I was thrilled to get all of those. I was like, man, I got to build a display case for these guys, because I want to be able to see them and look at them. And the funny thing is, you can't really find these a whole lot anymore. I mean, that's the thing about them. And some of them are pretty old. So I don't know what the whole collection will be worth, but I actually got a MiG here too. Isn't that cool? There's a nice, cool MiG. Yeah, we got a little bit of everything going on here, man. Somebody was into the airplanes, obviously. But I love old stuff, and I love Matchbox cars, and being that I am 54, a lot of your Matchbox cars are becoming highly sought after. So ones I played with as a kid. Yeah, cool stuff, man. Anytime now I see an airplane in a Matchbox, I'm gonna buy it just to stick it back. You never know. But yeah, she did good on that one. And David Snyder was saying an F-111 which one was that? Was that the ones with the sweeping wings that I was showing you, David? Just curious if that's what it was. Again, it was one like this right here. Again, it's not an F-14. I got a couple of those. So yeah, there's one that looks like kind of a Russian scheme with the stars on it right there. But it's also, as you can see, it's got the sweeping wings as well. But it's not an F-14, so I'm not really sure what that is.
Was that a China or Russian jet?
Yeah, it's got the stars on it, from what I can tell, Dustin, the red stars.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the bottom of it. A lot of them have ordnance on the bottom. But man, this A10 right here is just sick, man. I mean, that is killer, man. I love the A10. When I saw that, that's the first one I saw in the bag. I was like, that's awesome. So yeah, David said yes, that is an F111. So funny thing is, my wife's her lucky number for some reason is 111. So she will be amazed to know that, David. So thanks for telling me that, man. She won't never believe me when I tell her that. F111, cool. That's awesome. I dig it. That is great.
I think that's a side by side.
Do I?
So I think that was a side by side. I think it was a Interceptor, I believe.
Shadow said it's a F111 Aardvark. So that's pretty good to know. And then I believe we've got the F18 here. Isn't that what that is? I think. Yeah.
Oh, just to clarify, is that the A model, B model, C, or D?
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like I said, there's a lot of damn airplanes in here, man. But then, like I said, I've got the whole.
David's talking about bombing Gaddafi.
Hey, check this out, man. This is cool, guys. Check this one out. We got the space shuttle right here.
That thing doesn't fly. It just has stubby wings. It's like a chicken.
The inside opens, man. These doors right here on top, they open. Is that not killer? I mean,
does it have the arm in it?
Huh?
Does it have like the arm?
It's actually got, looks like all of the, I don't know, the different motor type stuff or whatever it is inside there.
Right.
I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but yeah, these doors on top open. And then this is a cool plane. I don't know what this is either. So this is a quiz. This might not even be real. I don't know. This is some type of jet, of course.
Oh, I know they did. I know they did, David. I haven't heard anybody ever mention Gaddafi like in years.
Okay, but this is also a sweep wing. The wings on this one also sweep, but they're bigger and longer. So anyone wants to chime in on that one, feel free. Again, I don't quite know what it is either. It's got a long nose on it. I know that. It looks like a lot like a Concorde, but tripping. But I mean, oh, and this one's cool. Y'all love this one. Check this out. Everybody knows what this is, right? Is that not killer?
Isn't that the SR-69 Whitebird?
Yeah, man. Isn't that cool? Yes. Love it. Love it. Love it. So yeah, man. This one's cool, Dustin. You'll dig this one. Check this one out. It's got the radar on top of it.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that cool? I mean, guys, I'm telling you, man, these were so awesome. When she come home with these, I was like, oh no, get out of town. Got a couple of nice. Got a couple of nice Corsairs here. Isn't that killer? Got a Spit. Check that out. Got old Spitty. That's right.
Oh, that stands right there.
Yeah. I mean, man, look. Got a P-39 here. Isn't that cool? I mean, just.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
You hear Siri?
I'm here.
No, you're not. Stop, Siri. But yeah, man, just the coolest stuff, man. I'm telling you. These are just cool. And like I said, I've got a whole fleet here of different airlines, commercial airliners. I mean, they're just a bunch of them here. Different.
Ryan wants to see that. Wants to see your Corsair again.
The blue one. Let's see, because I got two.
You ain't old, Dave. You're only old as you feel.
There's this one.
That's pretty.
And then there's this one, which is also
That's like a Vietnam era. Oh, but that's a British one. That's why.
I've never seen a scheme like that. This one, the blue one's got the checkerboard around the nose here. I can't get that to focus, but yeah, they're just.
Put your head behind it.
I don't know how old these are, guys, but they're just really, really cool. And they do have the weapons underneath and the drop tanks and everything. So yeah, just awesome. I couldn't have asked for a better, something special when I got home. It was like, wow, this is too cool, man. This one's cool looking too. That's like what is that, a P-47? I think.
Nah, that's a P40.
Okay, all right.
There you go. Yeah, if you put your hand behind it and put it up, yeah, it'll focus
Yeah,
better.
got the mouth on it, shark mouth.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. But
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, this is great, man. I mean, and lots of bi-wing planes in here. Um, I was so thrilled to have these because I mean, like I said, a lot of them are just really, really old. Um, so yeah, kudos to the wife on that find, man. That was great. Now I got to build me a box. I want to build a box with plexiglass shelves or something to sit them on. I think that would be cool. Yeah, Ryan said it was a P40. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if you guys are into any stuff like that, but as much as we love planes and everything, I just think the collectible stuff like that's really cool because somebody played with these as a kid, as old as they are, probably like I did, because Matchbox cars was all we had when I was coming up. Um, hell, you get out in the dirt and make your own roads, and that's what you did. Your parents kick you out of the house and say, go play. We didn't have video games. So, what's up, Jermaine? So, yeah, just thought I'd share that with you guys. I thought that was pretty cool. But, so what else has been going on, guys? I mean,
Here's let me play this over real quick. This is Instagram. Well, I don't know how well this shows up for you guys. This is like coming into a hair. The ceiling's like actually pretty low. I think the pilot said it was about 8,000. But from 38,000 feet to like 8,000 feet, we were in clouds. So it was cool to kind of sitting there just waiting. Coming to Chicago. First time I'd seen the Great Lakes. Tons of boats. Oh my gosh, tons of boats. Can't see it in here because of the side of the viewing window. That was pretty cool.
What type of plane were you flying on, man?
Oh, you had to ask. I want to say this is an Airbus.
Okay, was it crowded or did you have plenty of space? I mean, what was the amount of people on it?
It was relatively filled up. I had a girl coming back from Chicago to RDU in Raleigh. She was in the middle seat. It was 3 seats, I on 3 seats. So she was in the middle seat. I had all window seats for every flight. Of course, on the wing, so I can see everything going on. And I set my book bag like down in the seat so people could go by me. And I'm like, ma'am. And she's like in her phone, like, I'm like, ma'am. And finally I was like, bam. And she looked at me and she just gave me a look like, what? I'm like, I need to get in my seat beside you. And she kind of just like paused like a deer in headlights. I guess maybe she thought that if she didn't make any sudden movements, I couldn't see her. Well, finally I just like I started to take my leg and like put it over her leg to get like over her. She's like, wait, okay, I'll move. And then she went up to the bathroom, did whatever business she was gonna do in there, and came back and like got all her stuff that she had like sprawled out and like sat on the aisle seat. And for the remainder of that flight, which was about an hour and 20 minutes, every so often I could like at a right corner of my eye, I could see her kind of like be texting and kind of looking at me and being like all like snarky looking, just being a not so nice lady. And I'm just like, what the hell is this lady's deal? Like, oh my god.
She was making you should have whipped out your laser thermometer and put it between her eyes, man, and said, I got to check you out here. Yeah.
But the flight from Charlotte to Pennsylvania was like this little, I don't know, it's almost like a Lear jet. Had one row, an aisle, and 2 seats. Very small plane. And there was a guy there that I guess it was like his first time flying. Exactly, Joseph. Yes, a Karen. That was like videoing his whole experience, and he like got out of his seat as like everybody's coming in. Everybody was seated, but we're waiting to get pushed back. And he got his phone and like went up to like the cabin because the door ain't locked yet. And like was like, "Hey guys," and the captain was like, "What? Wait, no, you need to go back to your seat." Like they're kind of freaked out about it. And so,
look what I got.
and so, right, and so like the who was it? It was like one of the managers. Like came onto the plane and was like, "Hey sir, like don't do that again." Blah blah blah. Like it freaked him out, which then like freaked me out because I'm sitting next to the guy. I'm not sitting next to him, but because I was sitting in the one seat in the aisle and him, and I was just like, But he was like excited. Like so, he had like his little iPad. He's like, iPads are huge now. I didn't realize how big they were. And he's sitting there like looking at his kids and these pictures and all these, I guess, vacations and stuff they've been on. But like when he come off the plane, like he was like videotaping like everything, and I was just like, "That's cool, man. Like, just don't video me." But these pictures, this was like at 39,000 feet. It was just, I mean, it was like as you started to look up, it just like was like black. It was pretty cool, pretty cool.
Hey, so look, I mean, how many of you guys saw Dave Marshall's thing on Motion RC Friday? Hats off to Dave. He did a fantastic job on Dustin's F-18. Dustin, your jet was looking good, man. Dave did a good job. Very impressive. Good to see him up there with James on the show Friday, explaining how he did it. He did a good series airbrushing the plane itself. That's a lot of work, guys. A lot of people don't understand, especially when you're doing a camo scheme where you need crisp lines or anything, just like the F-16 I did up here. It's a lot of work, man. I mean, to get your colors where you don't have overspray on one color, especially when you're using whites like Dave was. It's a lot of work. So hats off to you, Dave. You did a fantastic job on that, man. And now Dave is actually working on the Arrows MiG-29 that was driven into the ground like a spike. He started on that today and was showing pictures of that on Instagram, and he was showing it on Facebook as well. So far, what I've seen, man, you're doing good on pulling out all those ripples with the hot water and everything. Yeah, and basically it was mainly the front end. So like you were saying last night on your show, hope you can get it up and going. What's up, Kenny? How you doing, buddy? Good to have you, man. Good to see you. Got a good little crowd of guys here tonight, man. You want to give out some shout outs or do a roll call here for these guys tonight, Dustin?
We got 200 driver, Nathaniel. We got Kenny. Surprised he got done with his midget stripper. Still kind of early, dude. Mr. Dave Snyder, Mike SSI. I always get tongue tied saying that. Of course, Mr. George Watch, as always. Thank you, buddy. We got William Jermaine. That's this old crabby guy, Jeff Customs RC. His lovely wife, Tara. She married down. He married up. Hamilton's Anger. Mr. Pilot Ryan, of course. Jackson RC, I think he was in here earlier. Oh, he was. I don't know if he still is. But he had to leave.
Gary just got here, by the way.
Let's see. Rich,
Mr. Yes. Mr. R. Huppiness. Randy. How are you?
Randy. And Barry.
Yeah, glad to have all you guys, man. Days are getting shorter, probably getting cooler where you guys are. I know it went from like summer to not really winter, but kind of cool here. Like I said, the wind's been blowing like crazy. It's been in the 50s at night. Last Tuesday night when we did the show, it was hot. After that storm kind of passed by, it's gotten really cool. It's like really fall, like spiders are coming out. You see spider webs everywhere. Hopefully the wind will calm down. But yeah, like I said, it's here, man. The days are getting shorter. Autumn is in the air. Winter will be here before long. Hopefully we'll get some good flights coming up with these jets, man. They tend to breathe better and fly better with the cooler weather. The density altitudes are better. So yeah, and like I said, a lot of guys are getting the MiG flown. I'm sure a lot of guys will be getting the Griffin coming up soon. Um, just a lot of good stuff coming out, guys. Gonna be some good flying coming out. I think FMS is coming out with the new Corsair. That'll be out before long. My buddy Brian, he just got the
I thought that was already out, the Corsair, or like really close to being out.
Well, I don't know. They just announced it a week ago. The FMS 1700mm Corsair. It's version 3, so it's not like they haven't had one before, but they're coming out with a V3. I guess V1 and 2 are the ones we figured out what was wrong with. I don't know. Because we are the test pilots for this stuff, guys. But my buddy Brian, he just got the OB10, the Bronco, and he's getting it put together and looking forward to seeing that in person. I almost pushed the button on that one a while back myself, but I never did. Can't wait to see that airplane. It ought to fly very well. A lot like the F7, I would think. So yeah, looking forward to that. So
yeah, I'm curious to see. I haven't ordered the Griffin. Honestly, I probably won't because just time and flying.
You got to fly what you got about as bad as I got to build what I got. So you don't even need to go there.
Yeah, I was gonna fly the pits this past weekend, but just getting time. I had a baby shower that ended up taking. We ended up staying a lot longer than we anticipated because Abby was having fun. So then we walked around downtown. And Sunday we just kind of had just a relaxing, just slow day. Like we just didn't do nothing. Went and ate breakfast, and that was like it. Just sat around the house, cleaned up a little bit.
Family day. I get it.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Pterodactyl. Yeah, this is something cool as well. Talking about Airbus. Zero emissions.
Yeah, we saw that today on Yahoo News. The wife actually sent me that, and I sent it along to you to check out. It's pretty interesting.
Hydrogen.
Sweet looking airplane, though. Hey, there's a scheme I could do on my AL-37.
I do like that blue and green.
I do too, actually. I really do. I like the name of it too. That's pretty cool looking little plane there too, man.
I mean, like, it's all good and all, but I'm curious if they have talking about hydrogen. I wonder if they have if they remember this guy at all.
Yeah.
In this video,
2030 coming, won't be long. 15 years. Wow. Damn, how old will I be? Old. Man. Yeah, Dennis Farley said the same thing you did, Dustin. Flying hydrogen bomb.
I mean, look, if the explosion doesn't kill you, the sudden stop from 30,000 feet will.
No doubt. Yeah. Gosh. Hey, they're trying though, man.
I mean, look, aircraft you can put a higher number of safety to it because the common man isn't piloting them, like cars, for example. A hydrogen car, that's very, very bad mixture. Hell, you got people that don't know how to use a roundabout, or at least their turn signal correctly.
True that.
On it. But what's up, Deuces, my man? How's it going? I don't think Deuces has got anything new as of late. there was like a spell, man. It was like every few days he was getting something new because he had that he has that turntable.
Yeah, he had the music and the turntable, man, and it's like, yeah. I think after the MiG-21, he kind of slowed down there for a minute. He's flying what he's got. That's pretty good.
Right. I mean, I need to get that Pitts out.
I'll tell you something. My wife was telling me about again this morning, man. I don't know if any of you guys read about it or heard about it, but I guess it's out around California or somewhere where they're having all the fires. They said that migratory birds were falling out of the skies by the thousands, just falling out of the sky because they got nowhere to go. They're flying around in circles, I guess. They're exhausted. The smoke's probably getting to them, and they're just falling out of the sky. They can't go any further, and they don't really know what to do. So, man, that's a shame. I mean, guys, this is something like, you can see the end of species from kind of stuff like the fires out in California and stuff like that. That's kind of scary. If you really think about it. I mean, not 1,000 birds, guys. I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of migratory birds falling out of the sky. Wrap your brain around that. That's sad. It's really sad. But I guess that smoke's doing a number on them, and if it's burning up their lands and where they kind of hang out until they migrate, well, they don't know what to do, So
yeah, it's like my parents have got a sunroom, or what they call a sunroom, which is a bunch of windows and whatnot. And it's about once a year they always have a bird that comes and like pings it.
Yeah.
I think only one actually died, but that we know of. I mean, some of them, they kind of just like, they're kind of stunned, kind of shake it off, and kind of like, what the hell was that? And get up and fly away.
Yeah, what's up, Mr. GB, Mr. Reckham Roy? What's up, fellas? Representing the west side over there. How are you? Hope you guys are doing well.
Yeah, I saw that, Dennis. I did see the woman, too, that held one of the guys at gunpoint. He was trying to set fires.
Damn.
And then one of my friends out in Utah? Is it Utah or Nevada? They're getting the downwind leg of it, of the smoke and stuff, slowly creeping in. And I think Washington is getting some of them as well.
Wow, damn.
That's pretty wild as far as the fires and stuff goes. I mean, it's hard to wrap your head around.
Yeah, it is, man. It's something else. But I saw a thing today on Facebook, guys, where Motion RC is doing I guess you could call it a campaign. I don't know, but it's people putting up videos flying their MiG, things like that. The MiG-29 coming up on the show Friday. I'm sure they'll be showing some of that as well. So any of you guys got any footage flying your MiG? I know Victor's been flying his a lot. I know John VHRC did a great video with GB doing an outstanding job of filming. That was really nice, especially with the fog and everything on that flight. That looked really nice, guys. A lot of guys are flying theirs. I think Brendan McCormick, Just Plain Crazy, has been flying his several times. 410 Productions has done an outstanding job flying theirs as well with Jeremy Saltz. And James, and of course some of the guys with Motion RC have been flying them as well. So yeah, any of you guys that have been able to fly yours, they're going to be doing some stuff, I think Friday on Motion, their live show, showing different clips of all you guys, flying your jets, which again, I'm waiting. So
hopefully I'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully. But then I think the weekend's going to be crap here too, so go figure, Who knows, man? And then, like I said, I want to get the fiery booties put in there too before I button it all up and get it finished.
Wait, hold on. Reckham Roy, your dad's house was like burnt down as like an arson, or like the wildfires, which wildfires started by the arson. So then yes, arson, yes. Or
Wow.
did it have like something like just like a miss out, like electrical fire or something? That's
Sorry to hear that, Roy.
yeah, man, that's freaking crazy. I hope your dad's all right. I mean, stuff can be replaced. Your parents can't.
True that. But Ian,
Unless your parents happen to be Darth Vader. His ass could be replaced. Oh, but it was the wildfire. Wow, so yeah, technically that's an arson case.
Wow.
Man, dude, that's crazy.
That is bad. That's sad, man. Our prayers go out for you and your family, Roy. Man.
That's just. I'll sit here looking at the good old YouTube, and just think, this could have been our F-35 right here. That ugly duckling looks like a fat. I don't know what you call that mouth. I don't know, like a fat sea lion or something. Kind of reminds me of like the older Camaros, like the mid-90s. We always call them catfish.
Yeah.
Because the front was like really wide.
Yeah. A guppy.
Guppy. There you go. Fat, smallmouth bass.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
Yeah. I think if we brought back public execution or public punishment, we would have a decrease in crime. But hey, that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah.
I know it works for a sheriff out in Arizona. They have their intents. I think they wear pink overalls.
What's up, Victor?
Or something to that effect. But like they don't have no TV, no running water. Like it's camping, but that's where.
What's up, Great Scott? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. Hope all you guys are well, having some good flying weather. Like I said, weather here has been kind of hit or miss, windy for the past 3 days. Cool but windy. I don't mind the cool. I just don't like the windy. You know. So, but yeah, and then I wonder what Ryan will be putting out this Thursday. Doesn't he normally drop a video on Thursdays with a new plane or something he's working on? I don't know what he's got coming up. Don't forget tomorrow night, guys, you got Hump Day RC with Mr. GB Linden. Thursday night, Mr. Kenny, Hangar 51. And then Friday night, of course, Total Line, Mr. Dave's RC, who was showing his cigarette on the floor today as it landed on its end. Maybe that's a sign, Dave. Maybe somebody's trying to tell you to quit. I'm just saying, you know. Don't know, man. But yeah, and then of course, you know, Saturday nights we have Mr. Pilot Ryan with the RC Pilots Lounge, Pilot Ryan Media. And you know, Mr. Rich Baker is actually doing some live shows now, guys. I think he's playing around with some different times. He was on the other night with the F-18. Did a great job of that as well. And you know, just a lot of good shows out, guys. There's nothing on TV. It's a shame YouTube's killing the game because regular TV is not.
Man, I haven't watched regular TV, and I don't know how long. Most of what I watch is like YouTube, like documentaries and like learning about things. I mean, there's a few, I don't know, maybe shows that I'll watch like on Netflix. Like I'm watching one right now. It's called The Social Dilemma. It's like how social media, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, they're like, we are the product, and they're selling our information to advertisers to like try to get us hooked. Like if you type into Google playground set, and the next thing you go on Facebook and you see the ads on the right hand side, or you see ads that's like, oh, Lowe's Playground, 20% off, buy now.
Huh.
So it's pretty twisted in how all that happens. Yes, Dennis, I am a nerd. I'm a very large nerd.
Hey, check out
it.
Mr. Randy Ruff just put up a alert in case you guys didn't know. Stay updated on post office closures and service impacts due to the severe weather in the southeast and wildfires on the west coast. Postal Service temporarily closed several post offices in California, Washington, and Oregon due to wildfire and high winds. So if any of you guys are trying to ship or receive anything in that area, well, guess what? Liable to be slowed down a little bit. So keep your eyes on that. That's kind of bad, man. The Postal Service is suffering anyway, man.
Yeah, that's right, George. They say that many times in the in that documentary. It's like I said, it's pretty twisted. I was watching it before the show tonight. Let's see if my boy from Spain. Oh, he's coming back in with his SU 35. I haven't seen this one yet. So Ryan, when's there going to be a new plane out besides the F-18?
He said he was editing something right now, so he's working on something now. It must be the E-Flight. Is that what it is? The F-18 Blue Angels edition. That I know that's the one Rich Baker was working on. It's a nice looking jet. Very nice looking. I know some guys were concerned about the landing gear on that particular jet, but obviously it's doing pretty good.
I had to laugh at George just because of my twisted humor. George White says there's nothing wrong being the product. Just be aware of that. And the first thing I thought of was prostitutes. I'm twisted, I fully admit it. Dark sense of humor. Sorry. I love how he flies. I was hoping he gets the drone up, because when they put the drone up, it's like Little Fusion FPV. I mean, it's just crazy. What are you going to get, Jeff? If you get the if you cancel the Freedom Fox for the EDF? Oh, that's pretty cool. So, I mean, the Griffin or the new one from FMS? Kind of a hard sell, right?
Sweet, man. I like the scheme on that FMS. It's pretty, it's bright, it's easy to see.
Only if you get paid, Dustin. Oh, it's loud, all right. It's like Prince loud or Little Richie loud. Yes, sir, Barry. That is Russ Vectoring. Oh, that's cool.
That's like the guy RC Air Guardian, man. He can fly the crap out of a plane with thrust vectoring on it, man. I mean, it's amazing what he can do with one.
I would love to have that plane, but I'm just yeah, that's right, GB. I am the Prince. Prince of Bel Air.
Gee.
You like how I spun that one, right?
What's up,
Photon?
I saw what I say his name was the other night. Lord Ranger from the House of Photon. Mm. Glad to see you're back in the swing, man. Living out in Colorado. Yeah, man, you better get you some snow skis. Be hanging out with all the gals out at the ski slopes now, man. No reason not to.
Oh, here we go with the landing. Ooh, it's kind of hard.
That is Air Guardian, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah, that's Air Guardian. Yeah.
Well, it's RC Forever.
Yeah, but that's Air Guardian flying that plane, man. He's amazing. He can fly the crap out of a jet.
I did not know this was 14 minutes long.
Yeah, that's him, man. He's good. I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, but you can sit around the lodge there, Ricky. Just look cute. See, they got nice fires. They got bars, man.
Cooters.
So yeah.
Both varieties.
Yes, you just hang out, man.
So yeah, just looking through some YouTube videos.
He is flying the snot out of it, Mr. Joseph. Yes, he is. He'll put that thing in a flat spin, man, and just have a ball with it. I mean, it's just like he's making it dance. I mean, he's good.
Yep. I hope somebody does the Cobra maneuver with the new MiG. They go and put the thrust vectoring in it.
You should, Ricky. I mean, I'm just saying, man. Just get a fake cast and put it on. Sit around. You got you some planes with some skis on it there, Photon. You can take off the snow, buddy. Fly a little bit like that.
Man, Deuces, that's one thing that I want to watch. I just haven't had the time. George, I think that was actually just the EDF. I did not know that was your own old town there, Photon.
Stomping grounds.
Mm-hmm. I haven't left my stomping grounds.
That
was pretty cool. I never been to Chicago, seen Chicago. I was dreading the flight because we were having to go way out west to come home. But I watched 2 movies. It was all good.
Yes, we actually do have some slopes in North Carolina, and we actually have some good ones, actually in Virginia.
Yeah.
That are not too far from here.
Sugar Belt's good.
Yeah, you got Sugar Mountain, North Carolina, Beach Mountain. You got what is the other one? Winter Place is really good. And then you get into
going to. I'm only going to Beach.
And, yeah, Snowshoe snowshoes in West Virginia. That's the best one though. That's that 11,000 foot elevation at Snowshoe at the top of their highest mountain, which is Double Black Diamonds. It's pretty cool, man. It's an 8-hour trip from here, and the last two are just like spiraled up. So,
yeah, it's like, oh, you got like 60 miles ago, but here's the speed limit, 30 miles an hour.
Exactly. Yes. How are you tonight, Mr. Rich Baker? Glad to have you, buddy.
What's going on, my friend?
Yes, sir. Great video on the F-18 there, man.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. So that's just basically just a EDF upgrade and a repaint, correct?
I believe so, yeah. I think it is. What was it? RC Geek Chris was saying that it came with the ornaments, with the came with the ordnance, which you don't really need. He cut the missiles off the side of it himself. He did a few more other little things to it, but he flew it, did a great job with it. Looked really nice as well. So yeah, it's a nice looking jet, man. The gear on it, those gear on that jet are beautiful. If they hold up, that's the only thing that some guys were concerned with from the beginning with that particular jet. But yeah, the gear on it are beautiful. Yes, Rich said yes, it was a repaint. So that was the gray one that they took to the Blue Angel scheme. Obviously, did a fan upgrade, EDF upgrade, I assume. Yeah, David Snyder said those gear are not very grass friendly. That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to get off the ground in the grass. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking on that one. That's why I never opted for it. I looked at it at the store one day in Raleigh, Dustin, actually at Hangar 18. Brian had it in his store, and I did look at it. But, yeah, those gear kind of concerned me for grass takeoff. Even though our grass is beautiful, it's nice. I was just kind of concerned. I tell you, I think if I had to buy something right now, guys, personally, me, after seeing Dustin and a couple of my friends fly at our field, I think I would have to go with that L-39 and that German scheme. That is just an incredibly beautiful jet. The finish on that jet is exquisite. It looks like it was just out of a mold. I mean, it doesn't look like foam. That was one thing that several of the guys were talking about Barron's at the field a couple of weeks ago when he took it out for the first time. Just how nice the paint and the foam on that jet looked. I mean, you couldn't see any foam cells or anything in it. They did a great job on that, and the gear were also just amazing, and it flies so well. I'm just very impressed by that jet, especially what is it, $399? I mean, with the upgraded end runner.
I want to say that's right.
Huh?
I want to say that's right.
Yeah, it is. It's $399 now with the upgraded end runner. But yeah, it's a beautiful jet, guys, and it flies so well. I mean, that thing will float for a landing. I mean, Dustin came over my head that day with no power, dead stick, and damn, it took it another, what? Seemed like 100 feet to touch down that day. I mean, it just came over my head like, literally over my head within like 2 feet. But yeah, that's just it's a great airplane for the money, guys. I'd love to have one painted. If I didn't get the German scheme, because I really do like that one, I think I would love to paint one in the Breitling scheme. I love that black with that Breitling in gold on the side of it. That's just a good looking scheme to me too, man.
Yeah, the Russian scheme on the L-39, that's my favorite. The white, red, and blue, like, that's cool, but Man, it's just that camo.
Yeah, that camo is sweet, man. I thought it was German. Is it Russian or German?
It's Russian.
Okay. All right. I thought it was German. Um, but yeah, it's just that camo to me does it, but for me too as well.
It could be. Maybe you're thinking about the T-33.
Yeah, maybe. Like I said, that's supposed to be a great jet as well. Brian's got one of those too. I haven't seen his in person yet, but he's got one. And yeah, Rich, one of our buddies has got the E-flite F4. That is a great jet as well. Flies very nicely. A little less of a handful than the Freewing that I've got up here. That Freewing F4 is a handful. Flies very heavy on the sticks, if you guys know what I mean, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do. That Freewing F4, it's a heavy jet. I just actually went in, replaced the elevator servo because it's got a full flying stab. Replaced it with a Hi-Tech. Put a bigger rod for the linkage with a solder-on clevis on that aluminum horn. If you guys haven't done that and you fly that Freewing F4, that is the Achilles on that plane, guys. Definitely replace that servo because my linkage was already bent because it was factory, and I've already replaced the servo one time with a Freewing servo. This time I went in with a Hi-Tech. And then did the threaded rod that was like I can't remember the number. I've got it over there somewhere. But it's a bigger threaded rod. I did a solder-on clevis, aluminum horn. Makes all the difference in the world. You can feel the difference on that elevator as it goes up and down with that Hi-Tech in it. It's just an awesome feel. But yeah, that E-flite is a great jet in the F4 for the money out of the box. The only thing I've seen with that is that on the Achilles on that is that nose gear. It's weak. Seen one of our guys land it pretty softly, and that nose gear will collapse really easily. He actually went in and replaced it, and it did the same thing. And he didn't land it hard either. That's the thing about it. So that's the only thing that I'm seeing with that. I wish they would do a better servo on that nose gear, but other than that, nice looking jet, right out of the box, AS3X, safe. Yeah, it is nice, very nice.
Yeah, I'm curious, what Richard said, Freewing F4 could use AS3X. I'm curious if anybody had both the E-flite and has took the AS3X out of the E-flite and put it in the Freewing and see how well it works or maybe how well it doesn't work. I have every reason to believe that it would work quite well, but I guess that may be more of a Dave Marshall-ish question.
Yeah, it is a 256 rod, George. I was just looking at it in my cabinet over here, and let me see, how do I get in here? It's actually a 305. 305 threaded rod, George, is what I used on my F4, and did a solder-on clevis that goes to the horn, and then did a nicer ball link clevis that was a Dubro that I put on the end. Very nice, and like I said, the Hi-Tech servo, and man, she's smooth as silk. So yeah, I'm ready to get that F4 back up in there. I hadn't flown it in a while just because I was reluctant because I knew that servo was could be an issue. And when I took off that rear hatch, sure enough, that servo linkage was already bending from the torque. So I actually put carbon rod on the 305 rod. So if it bends now, we got a problem. So yeah. Got it taken care of. I'm ready to fly it now, guys. It is a great flying jet. Once you get it dialed in, that F4 is a great jet. The only problem with the camo one that I have, it will cloak on you quickly in certain light conditions. it's like it disappears and you can't tell orientation. So you got to keep it in tight. Um, that's the only issue I've got with it. What's up, RC Addict? How are you doing tonight, man? Thank you for coming in. But other than that, that F4, she's a sweetheart. And if you land it right, you got to be careful with it on the nose as well, because I broke the pin on mine and had to replace it, but I've only done it one time. I haven't done it again. So you learn to land. You learn to land on the mains on that puppy. I'll go ahead and tell you. But I did like Dustin's tip. If you guys ever break a nose rod or pin and you can't find one or you can't get one, find you a drill bit that works. Go to Lowe's and have at it. Cut it off, and you got a nose pin right now. So that was pretty good.
Yeah. Just use your Dremel to cut. Just make sure you get high speed steel. Most of it is. Cobalt's going to be a little bit harder once you get until you get through the coating.
Yeah, well, there for a while, the F4, everybody was shearing off the pins. So the F4 and the A10 are the same pin for the nose wheel.
Mm-hmm.
So there for a while, it was hard to get the F4. So if you mess up the one on the A10, you're kind of also in a mess. So, yeah, I stocked up on them and only did it one time, but I've got several of them in back stock now, so it works for both planes. So if you guys ever need a cross-reference, like I said, A10, F4, same pin. So.
So you're trying to keep up with the comments. They're flying pretty good. So, Hamilton, how did the P-51 do? Because he's got the E-Flight one.
Ah. Yes, Free Wing does. FMS, on the other hand, it's tough on their stuff, man. I mean, a lot of times, like on that P-47, you mess up something on the retracts on that plane, you got to buy a whole new set of retracts. You can't buy a part. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest problem with that P-47. But it's a beautiful plane. I'm a nerd. So I hope they change some stuff like that, especially with that new V3 Corsair they're coming out with. That's the nice thing about the Corsair for the flight line. I mean, you mess something up on that. I just had to replace the servo on that on mine a couple of weeks ago. I think I did a video on it. You can buy whatever you need. But some of this stuff, man, it's like you got to buy the whole thing or you got to buy a set. I mean, come on, you know?
Yeah, right.
It's crazy. Them set of retracts cost you half of what the plane does. I mean, I think those FMS P-47 retracts are $150. How much is the plane? What, $350, $360?
Oh, don't even get me started about buying service parts. The guy that was servicing our forklift wasn't servicing the rear kingpins, which are for the steering axle. Well, he never serviced them, and said he did. So we had to buy a new axle. It came in yesterday. It's only 4 bolts to take the whole axle out. The axle was literally just this big metal frame that has 2 bushings. I have 2 bolts here and then 2 bolts in the back so the axle can articulate. And it's already got the steering cylinder in it, so you just hook up the hydraulic hoses, prime it, and like you're good to go. Forklift was new. Bought it back in 2005. Been a great forklift. Cost $20,000. The rear axle was $5,700. That's not including like labor and the freight to get it here. So I'm like, we put over 30. Like we about 30% of the cost of that one back then. And out of curiosity, I started looking at pricing out new forklifts. And let me tell you something. I never thought in my heyday I would see a forklift that is 65 to 8,000 pounds and cost $40,000 to $50,000. Like WTF? I be telling the guys, y'all need to go out there, cut them trees down, cut the limbs off of them, get you some rope and some granite, and start rolling these sons of guns like the Egyptians did.
God.
I'm like, that is just nuts. I did ask one of the sales guys when he first sent me the quote over. I was like, is this in pesos? He's like, no, this is in dollars. I'm like, oh, you say dollars, but you mean what did I say? English pounds or something to that effect. I was just being a smart about it.
So Hamilton's hangar, he made in the, what was it, P-51? Was it a 1700, 1600? What was it, Hamilton?
It was the E-Flight.
E-Flight. Okay, so it was the Horizon Hobby. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's a nice looking plane too. Cheers, Airwolf. Ranger. That's a nice plane. I like that myself. Now, I'm surprised. Now, I think somebody was saying too that FMS was supposed to come back out with the big 1700 millimeter P-51 as well. I know that FMS had a 1700 millimeter Red Tail. That was a beautiful airplane. I think they're going to remake it. I've got a 17. I mean, it might be probably a 1600 millimeter. It's the Hangar 9 Balsa that I built. Beautiful, beautiful airplane. Problem with that airplane though, it's got Robart retracts in it, and I don't like them. I want to go with electric retracts, and I don't know exactly what to get. What was it? Turbine RC or whatever it was. We were looking at the retracts the other night. They've got some nice looking retracts, but I would definitely love to. I did the electric conversion on that plane when I built it, and it's just a beautiful P-51 Red Tail. Flown it several times, but like I said, those Robart pneumatic retracts, I don't like them because they're air driven, and you got to pump them up and stuff. I'd rather go with electrics. We just got to figure out what size and make sure they'll fit with what I've already got for the holes cut into the wings and everything. So, but yeah, it's a beautiful airplane.
No doubt, no doubt. There was at Raleigh Hobby has a co-assignment of the FMS Red Tail up there, and that's a lot of plane for the money as well.
Yeah, David, they do make electrics, but man, they're proud of them too. Let me just tell you. I mean, I can take these out, send them back to Robart, and they'll reconfigure. But man, I mean, God knows it's a lot of money to do that. Because I've kind of vaguely looked into it. I just wish I could get a couple of servos to put back in here that are electric, go with the same shafts and everything that I've got with the wheels. Because these actually have got the shafts that kind of come down and they coil around and come back straight down to the wheel. It's not really a strut, and the shaft goes into the pneumatic retract. I would like to change out the whole thing to where it had a hydraulic shaft, and also the servo, like that Turbine RC or whatever it was we were looking at their retracts the other night. I'd like to have something that looks, like an FMS scale retract would look on a P-51, and take these out and do that. And if I did, I think I would, I'd fly that plane some more because it's a beautiful airplane.
Yeah, Rich, I can't wait to see that Corsair, the new one. I'm glad to see the FMS is reviving the 1700 millimeters. Because I love my 1500 millimeter P-47. That's just a sweetheart.
It doesn't have a scale dihedral to the wing though. That's the one thing about it.
What's that?
The new FMS Corsair, the wing dihedral is not scale. If you look at it.
Say what?
Yeah.
Dang, I mean, look.
We were talking about that the other day out at the field, and Brian, who is a huge Corsair freak, was saying that he's got the version 2 FMS, and he was saying that the wing dihedral is not scale, and then they also had a lot of issues with the props flying off of those FMS. Now I guess they addressed it, but that was another issue they were having. The props were flying off in flight, yeah, I don't know. I personally think that Flightline Corsair is hard to beat, man, for what it is. As far as, granted, I know the FMS is bigger, but I don't know. I think that Flightline, they outdid themselves on that Corsair, man. It's beautiful. I definitely love to put the FMS beside it and look at the two together, and just see the comparisons.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Brian, man, he's a big Corsair guy. He loves the Corsair, and he does have the version 2 of the FMS. But we were talking about that.
I want to say the video I've got of Rich. I want to say that's version 2.
Yeah, the version 3. I don't know that anybody's gotten their hands on it yet. That I know of, anyway.
Yeah, this is just the second version.
Yeah.
I was kind of curious to see about the dihedral like in flight. What's up, Brian? Glad to see hear that the mall is treating you well, my friend.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. He's got that thing dialed in right, man. He's flying the mud out of that mall. He's doing a great job with it, and he's flying off a safe, guys. We finally got him off a safe. He's doing a fantastic job. He's loving that mall. It's beautiful in the air. I told him he would. So yeah, he's doing fantastic. I'm very proud of him for that. And now he's got that OV10 Bronco. He's getting it together, like I was telling you guys earlier. It's gonna be a beautiful plane. I can't wait to see it in person. So yeah, looking forward to that.
I just want to see one more thing. Yeah, here we go.
Maybe, Kenny, like I said, but that's going by what we were talking about at the field the other day with the guys, and like I said, Brian is a fanatical Corsair person, and that's one thing he was saying about it was that the dihedral on the wing wasn't scale. Now, again, I don't know. I'd have to see it in person, I guess, up against what I have.
Looks close enough to me, but I'm not Brian.
Well, I mean, again, man, it's one of those things you can nitpick anything all you want to, I guess.
Right.
You can find flaws in anything, but like I say, that I know that daggone Flightline is awesome. It flies incredibly well. I think anybody that's got it will tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I kind of thought Brian, would be jumping all over this FMS because he's got a lot of FMS stuff. Matter of fact, he's even talking about the Rafael. He's talking about getting that as well. But I know he's got the Griffin ordered. It's coming. Brian don't skip a beat, man. He's got some nice stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember I was there and getting the that turbine that he had of the Spirit.
Oh yeah,
it was.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got several turbines. I think he's got like 4 or 5 now. He's got some big ones, man. I can't wait to see that Arctic Aggressor fly. That's going to be a awesome jet, man. It's big. It's bigger than the BVM.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
And it's painted just like my free wing up here. It's beautiful, man. It's the whole Arctic camo thing. It's nice.
Let's see. Pull up. How do you hurt? He must have. Let's see what this guy is. So this was released 5 days ago.
I'm not 100% sure, George. I think you named it one time before when we had talked about it. It's not BVM, I do know that. You named the company when we were discussing that jet before, and that was right on. Because it's big. And the detail on it and everything is beautiful.
Hey, Kenny, it's going to be a hurricane. That plane's cool. I like this paint scheme and how it is loud.
Yeah, that's it. Skymaster. You got it. Yeah, I love the paint color on this thing as well, man. I like it better than the Griffin, I must say.
Oh, wow.
Telling you guys, this is a great time to be in this hobby, isn't it? It just keeps getting better and better, man. I mean, it's like, what in the world are they going to come out with next? I mean, you know, it's like, wow, just break me already, you know? I mean,
Yeah, right.
just take the wallet, you know? I mean, come on. Yeah, that yellow is hot, man. God, it looks good. Dustin, that's got your name all over it, man. That looked good sitting there beside that Mirage, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, David said the gear are tough as hell on this thing. That's good to know. It's like a bumblebee.
So add this guy. That. And then pick whatever screen you're going to go on. Sorry, Rich texted me. I was replying to his text real quick. But this thing's pretty dang cool. Like I said, the scheme I had to get warmed up to.
I like it.
Ooh, hold on. Let's see if they made that dihedral closer. Oh, what do you think? There you go. Head on view.
Pretty scheme on it. I like the scheme. I mean, the Corsair is just a beautiful plane, period. I don't give a damn really who makes it. They're just beautiful, you know what I mean? I love the way the wings are, period, you know? And you know, if you got the CG on a Corsair right, she'll fly inverted for days. I mean, because it turns into a top wing plane, you know, pretty easily.
Oh yeah.
Once it's slide down. But yeah, the Corsairs are just beautiful, period.
And a Corsair without the rotating landing gear.
Yeah. Prop looks nice on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I watched this video several times. It's a good looking plane, man.
Let's just see. So I'm assuming that they up the motor, probably up the ESC. Curious to see what else that they changed as well on it. Well, homies, it is about that time. It's gonna be another long night for me.
What's up, Channel 6? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man.
Hey, man, I hope everybody's all right. I saw where he posted about on Instagram that a person or two people in his household tested positive for COVID.
Yeah.
I gotta go get tested again, but that's just my opinion. Because it might be a false positive.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, that ain't happening.
Damn.
But awesome, guys. Sorry to kind of cut it short. As always, working late nights, as always during the week. But I appreciate everybody coming by and hanging out with us as always.
Yeah, guys.
We're gonna start doing something new next week, so be on the lookout as far as on the next Tuesday. But I'm gonna post the Facebook stuff or advertisements to comment on those. Yeah, Jeff, you got anything else you'd like to add there, Jeff?
Nothing to know of, man. I just appreciate the steady inflow of guys here tonight. You know, I just appreciate all you guys being here and hanging out with us, talking about stuff. Glad you all are well, doing good. Cool weather's coming. A lot of people probably be having fly-ins if they can. Good times to get things done, get planes up in the air, and then start working on things because winter is a-coming. And, God, I dread it. I hate cold weather. I do. I hate cold weather with a passion. So, no, I just appreciate all you guys being here, supporting us, and coming into the show every Tuesday night. Don't forget to watch all your friends this week.
Amen.
Coming on. Show the love, show the support, and yeah, just stay here and hang on with us, guys, and keep going with us every Tuesday night. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good one. Have a safe week. Be smart, be safe, and we'll see you guys next week. Have a good one, y'all.
Take care.
Bye, y'all.